As a young lad, I looked up to my older brother immensely. He earned his Green Beret in 1973, and I always wanted to follow in those footsteps. I joined the 29 Commando Regiment in September 1979 after passing the All-Arms Commando course. I was then posted to 7 Battery in Arbroath. It's hard to explain, but it's not like an ordinary unit. It's known as the Brotherhood because it's just like a massive family, even all these years on. As a gunner, my role was to operate and fire artillery pieces. Now, going back to 1979, early 80s, what you used for your ear protection was in your rifle cleaning kit. You had a piece of flannelette cloth which we used to fold up and use for earplugs. I remember this particular day. I was on exercise in Otterburn. A fire mission came down and we all scrambled to our posts. We were firing 105mm light guns at charged super maximum range, and the noise was deafening. After firing, our ears were ringing, and there were people in the gun position where their ears were bleeding. Your head felt like it was going to explode. After Otterburn, I was involved in Northern Ireland and the Falklands conflict as a forward observer. As you go through your career, doing different exercises, it's all a build-up of these different sounds, and it's this constant battering of your eardrums. I left the military in 1987. My hearing was damaged and on the decline. As I was a younger man, I didn't really notice it so much. Into my 40s, though, people started having to repeat things, and it's just got worse and worse. And now, it's at rock bottom. About 3 years ago, I realised how bad my hearing really was, because I was working in an office environment. You've got people saying different things and you're just sitting there bewildered, because you can't hear half of what's being said. And then you start making mistakes, because you're not writing things down correctly due to misheard words. And in social situations, you're vacant. You're not in the conversation. You're just struggling through. You're hearing all the background noise and you're answering with all the wrong answers. It's embarrassing sometimes. And at home, I really struggle with the frequency of my wife's voice, and this causes arguments. I saw one of the long-serving Sergeant Majors from 29 Commando Regiment posted on Facebook that he just got these new hearing aids through UK Veterans Hearing Foundation and how it's changed his life, so I got in touch. At first I was unsuccessful because the British Legion no longer had the funding to do it, and I was very disappointed. However, about 18 months later, I got a phone call from UK Veterans Hearing Foundation saying that Hugh James could sponsor the funding for the hearing aids. And I can't tell you how thankful I am. I was so pleased that I was back in with a chance. Irene Taylor's hearing centres then got back in touch, and they were so helpful. The process from start to finish was so easy, I couldn't recommend them enough. Since I've been wearing these, it's amazing. Because they're linked to the iPhone, you can turn different background noises down. It's just a whole new ballgame. Feels like you got your ears back. I have to speak to clients on a daily basis and trying to discuss technical details. You can't get that wrong, so from that point of view, it's massive. It's just made things so much clearer. I also have this box for the TV now, so my wife can have it on 24 decibels for normal hearing, and then I can link onto the iPhone and I can just switch the TV up through my hearing aids. From the family side of it, from the social side of it, you feel like you're back in it again. You can interact and have conversations. You can feel like you're part of it. I just can't explain. The difference is massive.